I'm standing on the AFC Sudbury pitch here with new men's first team manager, Marc Abbott. Welcome to the club, mate.
Thank you very much.
So Marc, why don't you tell us about who Marc Abbott is?
I'm a hungry, sort of hard-working manager who I guess has sort of developed myself over the years in terms of the coaching pathway. I've worked with lots of various ages. In terms of the men's environment, I guess I've had experience of step 3 and 4 and 5. So again, sort of quite a rounded sort of experience. I think the biggest thing for me is obviously knowing the level, knowing the league that the club are going into, and that was a real big factor in terms of me committing to my coaching sort of journey really.
Why don't you tell us about where you've just come from?
So currently I'm sort of full-time at Cambridge United, so got a good experience of sort of, I guess, the elite environment. Last season I was sort of a player coach at St Neots at step 4, working closely with some sort of good coaches and good managers, and for me to sort of take that step back was really important in terms of what I know and can deliver. So the experience of managing and coaching has been combined, and I'm really looking forward to becoming the sort of sole manager and sort of making critical decisions and sort of ensuring that the team are ready to play at step 3.
Excellent stuff. So is it just you coming in, or have you got a backroom team?
Yeah, of course, we've got a backroom team. We're obviously we've got commitment from sort of two highly skilled sort of coaches, really sort of unique, and I guess that will be sort of finalised sort of Monday, once obviously the news is released. Conversations are ongoing, but like I say, the one that I want to work really closely with me will add sort of the real technical detail, the real tactical detail, and he's got great experience in terms of managing individuals and managing groups of players. So that will be really exciting, and one that again we're going to need a real backroom support team to sort of ensure that the club can be productive as possible on and off the pitch.
So okay, so what kind of manager are you? I mean, are we going to see you tearing up and down the touchline? Are we going to see you berating referees left, right and centre, or who are you?
I think my management style is quite a relaxed sort of attitude towards the football. I think for me, I'm sort of quite methodical, look to sort of assess how the opposition are playing, look to assess how we're playing, what's needed tactically, what's needed technically, and also just to ensure that the players, we're getting the most out of the players really. So naturally in games, there's the emotional games, of course, like I have been known to sort of run down the touchline and celebrate, but also at the same time I do bring that calmness and sort of composure to the team, especially with the style of play that we'll want to implement around the sort of the current AFC team really.
Okay, so what kind of style of play are we going to be looking for? Are you going to be banging long balls, vast diagonals, or or tiki-taka even? What are we
Yeah,
getting?
I think my principles throughout my football journey have sort of varied really, but I guess over the last sort of 6 months to a year, I mean, I'm pretty flexible. I think a lot of it comes down to the situations and what the game brings. I am more of I guess, possession-based sort of coach that looks to sort of dominate the ball in certain areas of the pitch. But like I say, we'll have to bring a variety of sort of ways of playing to the game, because also the level's gone up, the sort of the quality's gone up in terms of coaches, opposition, players, the level which is required. So I will be flexible. There will be times to sort of play into the forward, but there will also be times to get crosses in from wide while sort of managing the control of the game really. So it will depend on the scenario really.
And finally, have you got a message for the fans out there? Obviously there's been a lot of change recently, so any messages to reassure the fans that things are heading in the right direction?
Of course, and I've seen the change, but I think the one thing that appeals to me is obviously the infrastructure of the club, the size of the club, And obviously I've kept an eye in terms of over the last few years of the developments on and off the pitch, and one thing for sure is you've got brilliant supporters here that will back a team that's hard working, that will run, that will try really hard. So for us, we want a team on the pitch that's going to do all those things, and we want to build on the fan base that the club have sort of built over the last 2 years. Absolutely, it's going to be tough. The level's gone up, but also we're going to need everyone to sort of stick together, to work together, and we want to bring an honest team and an honest coaching staff to the club. That was the biggest attraction for us coming here. So hopefully we can deliver that.
Magic. Mark, great to have you here, mate.
Cheers, Steve. Thank you.